Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm giving you the ultimate guide to British scones. I'm giving you one recipe to make any flavor of scone. In fact, I'm going to show you how to make 5 different flavors just today. The base dough starts out with 2 cups of all-purpose flour into a mixing bowl. All of the dry ingredients go in first. Next, you'll need 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we'll give this a quick stir just to combine it. Then you'll need 1/2 cup of super cold butter. I put mine in the freezer for 15 minutes because I'm going to grate mine on a cheese grater, but you could also do this in a food processor. Or you could use a pastry cutter like this. Grating the butter is kind of the easy way to do it because most people have a cheese grater. You just want to make sure that it's on this small side so that it's finely grated into little pieces. Then we'll go ahead and take this all and transfer it into our flour mixture. Then we'll gently toss this together. You want this mixture to resemble a coarse meal or sand. You want the butter to be finely cut in there so that it's in little tiny pieces in the flour mixture. Then we'll pour in 1 cup of heavy cream and 1 egg, which is optional, so you can leave it out if you want a more dense scone. Adding the egg will make it lighter and more rich. And then I'm also going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, but it depends on the flavor of scone that you're trying to make whether or not you want to add that. Then I'll start stirring this until the dough just starts to come together. And then this is your basic scone dough. The first flavor I'm going to show you how to make is probably the most popular flavor of scones, blueberry. So I'll pour in 1 cup of fresh blueberries and kind of gently fold these in with our dough. Sprinkle some flour out onto a clean countertop. We'll turn the dough out onto that lightly floured countertop and quickly work this into a rough dough ball. You don't want to handle this too much, but then you're going to press it into a 2-inch thick round disc. Then we're going to cut this into 8 wedges. Then we'll take each wedge, place them onto an ungreased baking sheet. Then we'll brush the tops of each with a little bit of heavy cream. Then we're gonna bake these in a 425-degree oven for about 12 minutes. That first batch of scones was blueberry flavored, so that includes the 1 cup of fresh blueberries and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'll go over the other 4 flavors as promised. For chocolate chip scones, simply add in 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. For cranberry orange, you'll need 3/4 cup of dried cranberries and 2 tablespoons of orange zest. Pumpkin scones are a little tricky. You're going to replace half of the heavy cream with 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree and also add in 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. And last, for cinnamon scones, you'll want to replace the sugar with 1/3 cup of brown sugar and add in 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You could also sneak in 1 cup of cinnamon baking chips if you can find them. They're kind of hard to find. I better get to work on these doughs. Before you know it, you have blueberry, chocolate chip, cran orange, pumpkin, which is one of my favorites, and cinnamon. Last, I like to finish off my scones with a simple glaze. It's super easy to make and you can adjust this based on which flavor of scone that you've made as well. The basic recipe uses 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, whisk it all together, and before you know it, within just a few seconds, you have a simple vanilla glaze. You can make a plain white icing by omitting the vanilla. You can add lemon zest or orange zest for a little citrus glaze. You can add cinnamon for a cinnamon glaze. Really, the possibilities are endless. Then just drizzle it on. And that's it. We are ready to eat. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.